the group, so we'll have to watch for that.
That's right.
Sam Vadas, thank you very much. And now we go to Tim Bigham, option strategist at Buy Alerts. And Tim, you're taking a look at Toll Brothers at 133 today. How would you go and approach an example trade here today?
I'm kind of going against the grain here, Nicole. Everyone somewhat, overly bullish in my opinion. I think given the price action we've seen in the home builders and especially Toll recently, it's kind of already priced in, obviously, for the Fed rate cut that's all but guaranteed in September and another one later in the year. So I think rates coming down won't have a effect really on the home builder stocks. They've already kind of benefited from the almost certainty on that. But I think it's getting a little bit out over the skis on the rally here. Valuations getting to the upper end of the range. And I think it's getting over that 20-day moving average by a large degree too. So I'm just looking for a little bit of a pullback. I'm kind of playing a, buy the rumor, sell the news earnings style trade here, going out buying the October, slightly out of the money 125 puts, selling the SEPs, paying under $1.50 for the trade, so like the price on that for a stock that's trading well over $100. Have a slight term structure of vol edge. Certainly IV generally low in this name too. So I'm really just looking for a pullback back towards that 20-day moving average around that 125 level, somewhere over the next month or so. You only have the monthlies here on Toll, so you can't really play the weekly. So I think both, Toll Brothers, housing stocks, and the market generally probably overdue for a pullback here, given the kind of rally we've seen over the past several months since those Liberation Day lows.
All right, so we have that to deal with. And then what about the market action? How do you feel about the market?
Yeah, I am getting more and more bearish, I guess, as the market goes higher and higher here. We're looking at stretch valuations, extremes we have only seen at peaks that were preceding 20+% pullbacks, certainly on valuations. I think the euphoria surrounding stocks and the interest rate cuts, right? Interest rates will still be much higher than they were during the kind of zero Fed funds rate, but they will be coming down slightly. So I think the market is getting just a little too, if you will, ebullient about AI and the growth prospects here going forward. We haven't seen a pullback in this market really since Liberation Day. I think we're overdue for that as well. And with option prices and the VIX near the lowest levels, if not at the lowest of the year, not a bad time to be positioning, I think, with some puts here to possibly play for that probabilistic pullback.
Yeah, and I will say that a lot of folks talk about the pullbacks, particularly for the Mag 7. They are saying they would be buying. Would you be buying?
At some point, I don't think we're going to have, that, 20% plus drop that we've seen when valuations were previously this extreme. But I think certainly a 5 to 7% pullback would maybe get me interested a little bit to nibble in. I would not be jumping in just because these stocks have dropped, because the valuations will still be rich. Interest rates will still be comparatively high. So I think we do need kind of that washout moment, right, to get someone like myself, who tends to be more of a value guy, back into the market here, not chasing the names simply because they're going up. I think a stock like Palantir we've seen over the past week and a half will be typical of the price action, where you had earnings that beat by a big margin, but because valuations optimism was so high, you're seeing the stock finally falling.
Tim Bigham, option strategist, Buy Alerts. Great to see you. Thank you so much. Really appreciate it.